Still Loading podcast is brought to you by the wonderful people on Patreon. Amazing people like Ryan K, Melissa S, Pib Extra, Red from the Kaito and Red Show, Sang H, Mike from the Old Switcheroo podcast, Parallax Puddles, Doug from the Nostalgia Marcanon podcast, Matt aka Stormageddon, Gilmer, Kevin from the Bit by Bit Foundation, Stephen P, and Mr. Biscuits have all been wonderful enough to support the show over there. So if you would also like to get your name read at the beginning of an episode, along with a bunch of other goodies, go over to patreon.com/stillloadingpod and check out everything it has to offer. On this episode of Still Loading,
the courage beyond compare, the bravery beyond description. I praise this great hero, the superior fiend. Me, Koopa Khan, the Magnificent. If I didn't deserve this, I wouldn't give it to me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of the Still Loading podcast. I'm your host, Josh Koval, and today's episode, it's another Super Mario Brothers Super Show, as I'm mimicking Pat Contry's CU podcast intro currently. Super Show, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I'm rambling very early on. Let's get back on track. Joining me to help break down episode 12 of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, my co-host with the mo-host, Dexter Morill. Dex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I ain't no sniveling sniffit.
Bowser was on something in this episode. Let me tell you. Bowser was on some weird fucking, like, he was on a bender for sure. We got some thoughts on this one, but real quick, this episode is called it's directed by Dan Riba, written by J. Larry Carroll and David Bennett Karen, released on September 21st, 1989. The live action segment is called Cher's Poochie, and the animated segment is called Brooklyn Bound. And let me tell you, there's a whole lot of Brooklyn in Brooklyn Bound.
Yes. A lot of we got some high emotion in this episode too.
In what way?
Kind of like the episode of Captain N, where we thought Kevin was finally going back home.
Oh yes, because in this episode, dear listeners, Mario and Luigi have a chance to go back to Brooklyn with a friend of theirs, which we'll get to. I got thoughts about this guy, but yeah, they have a chance to go back, and they don't, and we'll get to the reasons why in just a moment. Are you ready to dive into this one, Dex?
I'm so ready.
All right. So we're going to start off, as we always do with the Mario episodes, with the first half of the live action segment, Cher's Poochie, where, if you couldn't tell, Cher is supposed to be in this, but it's not Cher. You know, they can't book Cher, so they got a comedian named Pam Matheson. Rest in peace. She actually passed away in 2015. Pam Matheson, who was a stand-up comedian for a number of years, to play Cher in this. And so the premise of this opening segment is that Mario and Luigi, it starts off with Mario and Luigi doing, like, Mario specifically is making, what does he call it, Dex? Like a pizza swapper? What does he call it?
Oh yeah, I didn't catch it. Yeah, something swapper, transformer, something.
Pizza transformer. That's what he's called. He calls it a pizza transformer.
That's what it was.
And he's bringing a plug over to some like electrician tech dude who literally is just a dude wearing a mop head as his hair. Like, it covers his entire face.
Yes, it's Edison. Remember our friend Edison? He's
the one
shown
we
up
met
before.
maybe one other time.
Yeah, one other time. Did the first thing though that I wrote down is like, did he just adjust a slinky on his machine?
He did. The center of the console has a slinky on it.
Yeah.
Like there's
like,
other things where
You
there's
can't
like
fool me. That's just a slinky.
and there's other things where there's like pipes and other stuff where they clearly put a slinky around the pipe to make it look more sci-fi. But the center of the console, there's like two monitors on the left and right, one on the left, one on the right side, and in between the two, on the counter space between the two, it's clearly just a slinky in a semicircle.
Yeah, exactly.
And did you notice that his computer, his pizza transformer, is in the shape of a smiley face?
Oh no, I didn't notice that.
So if you look at it, the two monitors are the eyes, and then there's like a tube that goes down, and it makes a little like down the middle, or in the middle. It kind of is in a semicircle as well, but like not touching the floor, just kind of dangling.
That makes sense.
And it looks like a smiley face. It's really goofy. You can see it really well at 2 minutes and 44 seconds on the YouTube video of it. But yeah, you meet Edison. He plugs it in for Mario, and I like the camera pans. Like he opens up like a hatch on their little stage thing. Mario gives it to him, and then the camera pans to the left, and he pops out another hatch, and he's like, "All right, Mario, it's plugged in."
Which tells me I think there's probably two Edisons.
Or he just moves really fast.
Or yeah, or there's like nothing down there, and he just crawled over.
That's what I would have assumed.
Yeah,
that's what I would have assumed. I should say. So he plugs it in, and Mario's trying to do something with it. The thing that I don't understand, Dext. So actually, hold on. Before I get to the thing I don't understand, Cher suddenly shows up out of nowhere, quote unquote Cher, legally distinct Cher, and she asks Mario and Luigi to watch her dog Poochie.
Not to
we'll
be
get to
confused
Cher in
with
just a
Poochie from the Yoshi games.
What? Sorry.
I said not to be confused with Poochie from the Yoshi games.
Yes, not to be confused with Poochie from the video games. She has them watch him, and as she's leaving, Luigi's like, "Hey, can I get your autograph?" And while he's doing his thing trying to get Cher's autograph, Mario turns on the machine, and he somehow swaps bodies with the dog. So now the dog is in Mario's body, and Mario is in Poochie's body. And my question, Dex, because I also have comments on Cher, but before I get to that, what is his machine actually for? It's called a pizza transformer.
Right. Yeah,
but all it does is that anyone who stands near it, there's nothing attached to Mario or the dog. There's nothing. They're not, other than Mario flipping the switch. He is not having a single point of contact, right. And the dog is not having a single point of contact, other than being within the vague proximity.
He even drops the leash of the dog before he turns it on too, so it's not like the two of them are touching.
No, there's no contact.
Yeah, there's no contact between Mario and the dog. There's no contact with the machine. Nothing. He just turns it on and drops into all fours.
And some post production strobe effect goes into place, and he strobes out a bit, and all of a sudden Captain Louis Albee is barking like a dog, and then they gave the real dog some peanut butter to make it like lick its lips or some shit like that. I don't know if they gave it peanut butter. I'm just, that's what they did for horses back with like Mr. Ed and shit like that. So it's just such a wild thing. Luigi comes back though, and he goes, "Hey Mario, look, I got shared an autograph right here," and he's pointing to a pizza.
And on the mozzarella.
In the mozzarella. He got Cher's autograph in the mozzarella. Now the last comment I just have to say, Dex, that is the actress who plays Cher. No offense meant towards her. Rest in peace. Rest in peace once again, Pam Matheson. That's the worst Cher impression I've ever seen.
Yes. It is of the same quality as The Rock as Maui in the most recent Moana trailer, live action. It's SNL level quality.
It's
or below SNL. We'll go below SNL.
Yeah, it's real bad, man. It's really bad. It just Whew.
Yeah, she comes in and out of it too. Like it's not even a consistent kind of impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny to me is that every other time they've done this, where they've had like Elvis or whatever, like they change the name to something that's not the person's name, where it's like, Italian food based or, some kind of joke on that. But this is like, nope, that's Cher. They just use Cher's name.
It's just, it's just straight up. It's it's legally distinct Cher, as I said before. Like it's not good. I mean, to be fair, like let me put it this way. I actually think her performance is really fun, but I think as an impersonation of Cher, it just misses the mark drastically.
It could have been worse. They could have had like one of them dress up as Cher, like Mama Mario and stuff.
No, that's very true. Is that actually? So I was looking up Pam Matheson. I was like, what else? Or Madison, excuse me, not Matheson. Like, what else has she been in? So she's been in a handful. She wasn't in a whole lot of work before. Her last credit on IMDb was in '98, and she passed away in 2015. So like it was like nearly 20 years out of like television and TV and stuff like that. I'm sure she was doing like stand up and stuff like that, but like just not in there. Her first TV like appearance was on the show Give Me a Break in 1984, and she played nurse number 1 and also a waitress, I guess a different character in 2 different episodes. And like FTV, which actually what is FTV? Was that like a rock music oriented sketch comedy show? There's only 3 episodes of it though. 5 episodes.
Probably F for funny instead of music.
I guess that might be what it is. Yeah. And no, what's crazy is, so actually, hold on. Before I get to some other stuff, I can literally read it all off. She was in Million Dollar Mystery in 1987 as Dottie Utica Blake in the movie Punchline in '88. She was on one episode of this TV show on the television where she played various characters. Ghostwriter, it was a TV movie. She played Miss Blasco. Pre-Hysteria 3, which was a direct-to-video type of thing, she played Michelle McGregor. She was actually in a video game called Don't Quit Your Day Job, which was a 1996 video game. Watch various stand-ups while you try to get one of the stand-up performers to sign with your talent agency. If you drop the ball, you have to play mini games and then try again.
Interesting.
That's a very interesting idea. There's lots of different like stand-up comedians in this. So
I also heard that, or I read that she's going to be in another episode of Mario.
Yes, that's what I was going to bring up. She plays herself though. And hold on, it's actually going to be, how far ahead is this? Because we're on episode 12 of this right now. So because the Wikipedia also lists the Zelda episode. So according to the Wikipedia episode list, it's episode 14. Is the one we're currently on, which is episode 12 of the actual Mario stuff. But like once you add the Zelda episodes in that would have aired at the same time, we're up to 14. Then there's episode 13, 14, 15, 16. It's actually episode 17. We're going to see Pam Madison's second appearance. So only 5 more episodes of this. And the Wikipedia describes it as Pam Madison arrives in tears after losing her dog and asks Mario and Luigi to help get it back. So she's just surrounded by dogs in both of her appearances on this.
It's a requirement to be on Mario for her, is to have a dog.
So anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to see what else is like. Oh my God, this looks one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. So remember I said Pre-Hysteria 3? She was in a movie called Pre-Hysteria 3. Yeah. I just looked up what the plot of it is. I guess Pre-Hysteria must have been like a series of movies or something like that. I'm gonna try to look up some of the others real quick, because the IMDb description is the dinosaurs, which I'm guessing are dinosaurs from the previous movies. The dinosaurs help young Ella and her family save their mini putt business. The original Prehysteria came out in 1993. A young boy and his family embark on a series of adventures when the boy finds some mysterious eggs, which hatch to reveal a brood of baby dinosaurs.
That's what I was going to say. I figured dinosaurs would be involved with a name like that.
It stars Brett Cullen, who for some reason I'm just going to make the declarative statement he's the son of Peter Cullen. I have no idea. I don't know. That's wild. Like, there's some, like, IMDb rabbit holes are fucking fascinating, dude.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what she's in. So she was in Prehysteria 3. Apparently there's a Prehysteria. Well, we already know there's a Prehysteria 1, and I don't know what 2 is, but 3, the dinosaurs save a mini putt thing. So that's great.
That's incredible.
I think. Prehysteria 2, a rich boy desperate for attention makes friends with the dinosaurs of Prehysteria. That's great. Fantastic. No notes. I have to do a movie. I have to do a series on this. I've never heard of these films.
Know about Prehysteria.
I've never heard of these films. None of them are rated highly, unsurprisingly. Prehysteria, the original one, it has a 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb. The Prehysteria 2 has a 4.2 out of 10, and Prehysteria 3 has a 4.0. Like, no, they never get below 4 or above 5. It stays right in that wheelhouse. I need to see these movies. Anyway, so that's pretty much the intro to the episode, though. Like, Mario is like walking around on his all fours pretending he's a dog, and then it cuts over to the commercial. Sorry, well, there is a commercial break, but then it cuts to the animated segment. Before we do that, Dex, any other thoughts on this first half of the live action?
No, pretty straightforward. Mind swap thing. Just they couldn't even do the barest details on a mind swap storyline, but that's okay. We love you, Mario.
Oh, it's so funny. So now we're going to move on to the animated segment, which, like I said before, though I have to bring it back up, is called Brooklyn Bound. And I took the notes. Now, I have to ask you, Dex, because I didn't hear it in the episode. Excuse me, I didn't hear it in the episode. I didn't hear any Mario food cravings in this one. Did you catch any?
Not really, but we get some food imagery when they're thinking about
lasagna. He gets some lasagna in there.
Yeah, and spaghetti. It looked like ice cream. We'll talk about it when we get there.
What are you talking about? It's fucking fine. So the closest thing, there was no Luigi's excuses, but this, like I said before, this has turned into just some of my favorite Luigi lines, and it's really early on in the episode. In fact, the very beginning of this is when they're talking about, they're going through like the snow land or whatever they call it, and it's Plumber's Log 221, and it starts to get really windy, and Luigi goes, "Mamma mia, I'm being totally blown away." And it just made me laugh of the fact the adding totally to that was just like, I'm totally being blown away, dude. Like, what's going on?
Very 90s. Yeah,
What's up,
the
bro?
animation's weird too. He's kind of like rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Rather than like rolling. It's like they animated half a roll and then they just kept reversing it back and forth. It was awkward. But the whole animation here is pretty awkward because they all get blown away with Luigi, and now they're like, it pans back and now they're all rolling, but they're also, it looks like they're rolling on the ground, but they're floating in the air.
The wind is so strong, Dex, it's levitating them.
Yeah, because they're reacting to gravity as if they're on the ground. Like there's like a stutter to their roll, but the way that they've placed them on the actual like cell of the animation is in the air. Mm-hmm. So it's very awkward looking.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, dude. It's a weird animation segment. Now, before we continue on, one final thing though. Bowser's insults. Bowser went on a goddamn tear in this episode. I'm only keeping track of the times he insulted Mario and Luigi. He insulted his own guys a lot in this one too. There are some good ones. I don't remember all those because I only wrote down the Mario ones. This is one insult shy of the record. Or no, sorry, one insult shy of tying the record for an episode so far. So far, episode 2 takes the cake with 8 different insults for Mario towards Mario and Luigi. Just to refresh the listeners' memories of that from that episode, he calls Mario and Luigi impudent little faucet fixer, pasta eating plumber, sewer scrubbing flubbing losers. Lasagna loving losers. It's that pepperoni plumber, macaroni mouth, faucet face. One, I think it's the first appearance of faucet. Yeah, the first appearance of faucet face. Which, if I've been keeping track of it, Dex, a faucet face isn't that common, but he does use faucet freak in this episode. And that's we'll get to that. All right, so faucet face and pasta brain plumber. So 8 insults from episode 2, all the way up here at episode 12. 10 episodes later, we have faucet freaks, which that insult, by the way, Dex, is by far his most popular so far in the show. He has used that a total of 6 times.
Wow.
In episodes 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he skipped 8 and 7 and has made up for it every time since.
Huh.
He also uses his second most popular insult, but not by much, which is pesky plumbers. He uses that towards the end of the episode. That appears 3 times over the course of the show so far, appearing in episodes 3, 11, and 12. The other insults, though, faucet freaks, like I already mentioned, drips, just generic. He calls them drips. Drains for brains. Faucet face, another appearance of faucet face. And I'm sorry, actually, I'm glad I caught that because he's used that before. That's been used twice now in episodes 2 and 12. Disgusting drain heads. I like that. Pesky plumbers and jerkos.
I wrote that down in my notes. Goodbye, jerkos.
I'm like, whoa, okay there. Jeez.
You
Cranky son of a bitch right
bothered
here.
with trying to be creative. Just
No.
on the end of jerk. Bye, jerkos.
Disgusting drain heads is my favorite from this episode. That and I think faucet freaks is just a classic, man. Like it's just such a great silly insult, and it just works every time.
Speaking of classics, we brought pasta power back in this episode too.
Yeah, patty cake, pasta cake. They say patty cake, whatever.
Yeah, patty cake, pasta man.
make me some pasta as fast as you can. Yeah. So they get blown away, and Mario's like, I'm tired of Koopa. I want to go home to Brooklyn. And Luigi's like, yeah, me too. And Toadstool goes, oh, well, if you should have just said so, we'll find a way to get you both back home. And then Koopa shows up, and I know it's pretty offensive if you think about it. He's trying to be a mongrel, and though he's dressed like Santa Claus a bit, like the color is a little bit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a little racially insensitive for him to dress up as a fucking. Well, no, he's supposed to be Genghis Khan, so he's not going after. I don't know. I'm not going to say one. I thought it was weird though. Either way, it was a very random choice that did not serve the story either. Like at the very least, if you're going to put him in as a fictional characterized version of a real historical person, have that be like a crucial part of the story, and it's not.
Yeah, I mean, he refers to his bad guys as Mongols at one point.
That's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's literally it. It's very strange. Side note, completely unrelated to what we're talking about. I did look up Brett Cullen just to see if he was related to Peter Cullen, and IMDb does not know. So, Wikipedia does not know. So I don't think he is. I do not think he's related to Peter Cullen.
Shucks.
He did, however, apparently, Cullen has given great credit to highly acclaimed acting mentor and University of Houston professor Cecil Pickett, who also mentored Houston-born actors Dennis Quaid, oh my God, Randy Quaid, that fucking psycho,
Yeah, I know.
and Brent Spiner. Anyway, that was a super random digression, but I was looking it up, and yeah. All right, so Luigi sees they run away from Koopa. They get trapped in like this like cave type of castle room thing and it's funny, I think this is one of the first episodes we've recorded since I beat Mario 2, and now I actually recognize the enemies that they're riding.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names, but I remember them from the game.
I believe they're called Ostros. He just refers to them as ostriches in the show, but I believe they're called Ostros in the game.
I think you're right. Luigi sees a lever, though, and it opens up a trap door that exists for no reason. It's just there.
Now that you've played Mario 2 as well, the little lever, the weird bird mouth thing from Mario 2 has the lever inside of its mouth. So.
That's very true. So they're falling down the abyss, and they grab onto some pipes, and they meet someone here, Dex. Who do they meet?
Okay, I had to look it up because I could not understand the name they were saying. But they meet the greatest plumber in the world, Salvador Drainado.
I think they're supposed to, it's like a Salvador Dali thing, maybe? Or Salvador...
I think it's just supposed to be an Italian thing. Although I did also look up that the etymology of the name Salvador means savior.
Oh, that's interesting. I always thought it was like some type of play on like there's a famous person, Salvador whatever, and but Salvador Drainado and Salvador Dali are too far apart. I mean, it's
and it's just Drainado, like drain, like
yeah, because he's did you write down what they say about Drainado?
What did I put?
Mario says he's a plumber's plumber. He disappeared 13 years ago, and he's been lost in the Mushroom Kingdom for 13 years, and they just find him now. They didn't know he was in the Mushroom Kingdom. They just know that Salvador Drainado disappeared 13 years ago, and it turns out he's been in the Mushroom Kingdom for 13 years.
Did you also notice the what was it? The error when they're hanging from the pipes. That's how they stop from like dying, falling as far as they did. They grab onto some pipes that are under the ground, and Mario actually mouths Salvador's lines when he comes in because he enters off screen. Like, I'm the greatest plumber in the world, and Mario's actually the one saying it. Like his mouth in the animation is saying what Salvador is saying.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I don't see that at all.
Okay, let me go to, I think it's at 6.5 minutes. Yeah, he catches the pipe, and what does he say? Look out below.
Oh, so it's right
so
when
really
Salvador
great plumber was working down here. Not just really great, Sonny. The greatest plumber. But that's all Mario saying that one. Like,
okay,
not Lou Albano, but like the cartoon of Mario is mouthing both lines.
That's really funny. So the other thing though that they say though, Dex, that Luigi says he is the Duke of Drainage and the Prince of Pipes. Sorry, he says Drainage. The Duke of Drainage. I think he's saying drainage. I'm not quite sure.
He's supposed to be saying drainage, yeah.
The Prince of Pipes, that he got lost 13 years ago in the Mushroom Kingdom. I also have to basically, sorry, I'm just laughing at something that's happening in the episode right now. So they talk to Salvador, they talk to Sal, and they find out he has found a way to get back home to Brooklyn because he has a map of pipes that show a way to get back to Brooklyn for some, whatever reason. And when he tells this to Mario and Luigi, they get really excited. They get to go home, understandably so. And around 7 minutes and 13 seconds, 15 seconds, like 13 to 15 seconds, Mario and Luigi start dancing. And Mario's makes sense. Like he's like, pumping his fists in the air. He's really excited. Luigi's just doing like spirit fingers, like from like you're in a church service. He's like, "Oh, praise be."
Yeah. We also, I see it in my notes now. We actually missed a food. I don't know if we'd necessarily call it a craving, but when Luigi sees Salvador, he says, "Mighty Mustacoli," which Mostacoli is a like the tube shaped pasta noodles. So we did get like a little. That was a deep cut for Italian food right there.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the like usually see it in like baked ziti, like it's those tube shaped pasta noodles.
Okay. It's still super like. I wouldn't consider that a food craving because it's an exclamation. It's like, it's like, holy ravioli or something like that.
Right.
So Mario and Luigi determined to help Sal because he needs their help with some pipe stuff to basically have water come out of a pipe so it can blow a hole in a wall so that way they can get to the other pipe they need to get to that will take them back home to Brooklyn. Now, while all that's happening, Koopa's giving himself a toast. I love this entire scene. Every single thing about it. There are jokes layered upon jokes in this scene. The only thing that is a little weird to me is that he's wearing a German, like, distinguished cross, like something, it looks like something you would see from like the German army in like World War I or II. That's like he's giving himself a medal in this scene, I guess, to clarify.
I see, like a medal of honor.
Yeah. And he's giving it's great. My favorite line though, so it's at a tent and he goes, he's doing this whole speech, for courage beyond compare, bravery beyond description. I praise this great hero, the superior fiend, me. Koopa. And I love though he's like, all his little minions are applauding him. They're like, "Yay, congratulations, magnificent Koopa." And Koopa goes, "If I didn't deserve this, I wouldn't give it to me." You know what? Koopa may be a bad guy, but he's preaching facts, Dex. Like that, like you should be more self-confident. If I didn't deserve this, I wouldn't give it to me.
I was so confused at first too, because when they cut to all the little snippets, and I was like, "Is that buttered toast in front of them?"
It's a toast.
And then he's like, "Give me a toast," and they literally give up and give him the toast. I was like, "Oh, well played, Koopa."
And they're all sitting behind just slices of bread,
giant, like thick pieces of toast.
They're thick with some butter on it.
2 C's on that when you spell it.
It's just, and there's no purpose for it other than just giving Koopa a piece of toast. And then when he leads the cheering section, they all pick up their individual pieces of toast and start cheering it like above their heads. They're like, "Hooray!" and like lifting it up above their heads. And then while this is all happening, though, a messenger suddenly comes in, a shy guy, and he's like, your malignant meanness, the terrible news, the princess and Mario have escaped." And then it cuts back to the brothers back down in the sewer and trying to get to this other drain pipe. Dex, this next point they're crossing over a lava bridge. What's going on in this next scene or two?
All right. When they break through, I first want to point out that for some reason they only use the audio of Toadstool going, "Yay, hooray, yay, all right,
lot.
Yay."
It lingers.
It's really awkward. And then, like at the very end, they're like, "All right, we did it." But it's funny hearing Toadstool being the only one celebrating. But yeah, they find that tiny bridge to cross with lava underneath it, and Koopa shows up with a bomb and blows up the bridge with them on it, which I thought was funny. Like, they fell so far to get to where they are, and now they're falling really far again. I made note of that in my in my notes how far they actually fell to get to this point. But yeah, Koopa, he catches up to them as they're running across the bridge, tosses a bomb, destroys it before they can get to the end. So they're falling, and they catch on to a ledge. Mario catches a ledge. Luigi catches Mario's legs, and so on and so. Like there's this chain of all the characters,
like a daisy chain of our heroes.
Yes, and clearly they're about to die in this lava until Mario spots a fire flower, which I thought, that's great, but I'm not really sure how that's going to help you from, falling in. Like maybe it'll give him strength, like that they're going to add that to the lore of Mario powers, that the fire power, it makes him a little bit stronger too. No, not at all. He starts flapping his arms and flies everybody back up to the end of the bridge where they were trying to reach from the get-go. And I remember thinking, like, this isn't happening, right? Nobody says anything about it. It never happens again. Just, nope.
I mean, we still have a lot of Mario to go, though. Like, we're on episode 12. This goes up to, like, episode, I don't know, like 80 something. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot.
That's true.
50 something. I don't know.
I'm hoping on the next to last episode, someone goes, remember that time you flew with a fire flower?
Right.
But yeah, so absurd.
And then he starts hurling the fire. They get up top and he starts hurling the fireballs at Koopa. Koopa runs away. And he says, it's time to coop out.
Goodbye, jerkos.
What?
Goodbye, jerkos.
Goodbye, jerk. I'm going to use that more. I don't know. I'll like leave the office for the day. Be like, goodbye, jerkos.
And then fly away, just flapping your arms.
Yep. Just as I leave from the parking lot. And they never saw Josh again after that. He just flew away.
Yeah, he touched a flower and then flew away.
His hand was a little burned, but he could fly, so I don't know. They find this pipe, which looks like a bathysphere from BioShock. Like it's like it's a pipe with an elevator inside the pipe. And it's the whole thing is very strange. So they say their goodbyes to Toadstool and Toad. They try to convince them to come with them, and they're like, "No, we gotta save our kingdom," just like that in that voice. We gotta save our kingdom, Mario. We can't go with you. They decide they get in, but you could tell Mario and Luigi are conflicted. They kind of want to stay, but they also want to go home. And while they're in the bathysphere elevator thing with the door closed, Toadstool and Toad get captured by Bowser again, who is able to break a pillar to cross the lava. Like you see, that's a scene that you see. And they go across, and actually, sorry, he breaks it by accident. He kicks it out of rage and frustration, and it falls over. It was weird though. Like while they're in the pipes, Mario and Luigi are holding their noses, and I guess because the pipe smells, but it's not really like. Do they ever call out what it is or why they're doing it? Like, I guess, is it just meant to be like, this is just what you do?
I'm wondering if there was a line that was cut or something like that about, like, I took it that, like, oh, we can tell Brooklyn's nearby because this is, like, connected to the plumbing.
Because it smells bad?
Yeah, like, and I'm wondering if they're like, that might offend people, so let's take that out. Like, that was my guess. I don't know.
That would be wild if that's what it was. So yeah, okay. So Mario and Luigi decide, you know what, it's more important to save the princess and Toadstool and Toad, excuse me, which is the princess and Toad. Salvador Dronaldo, is it Coronado? Are they doing like who's the Coronado explorer? Is that his name? No, that's Francisco Coronado. He was a conquistador. Never mind. I keep trying to find like Dronado. It's like Salvador Dali with it's like Dali and Coronado combined to me, but it's not close to either one of them. One is a genocidal maniac, and the other's an artist. At least I'm assuming. I shouldn't say that. I don't know the history of Coronado. I'm just assuming because most European conquistadors and explorers were genocidal maniacs.
True.
Most of them. So anyway, so they come out to save them, and they somehow get ahead of Koopa and his crew, even though they're riding the Ostros, and they're doing the pasta power thing on a bunch of pipes that's like just randomly. Like, where do those pipes go to? What building are they for? What water source are they using, and to where is it going? Like, what's the purpose of these pipes here underneath a frozen tundra? Remember, this is all below like frozen land,
Right.
and there's nobody living there.
There's also lava underneath this frozen land too.
Yeah, what's going on here?
What is going on? Exactly, no clue what's happening.
So they unleash all the water from the pipes, which takes out most of the bad guys. The princess and Toad just fucking walk away from Koopa. Like, he just drops, like they're tied up in ropes, and Koopa has the rope. And they just walk away. He's like, "Oh, I guess that's it," and just fucking leaves. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Now,
They,
go ahead.
seem to be. Oh, I was just going to say that they seem to be trying to wrap things up here. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. This whole episode, it just kind of flows from one thing to the next.
Now, when you get to the scene after the water washes them all away, I swear I was okay. I couldn't. I thought there was an animation error at first. I thought there was two Koopas going over the water. I think they were supposed to be like the Shy Guys or whatever they were.
Oh yeah,
it looked like Koopa though at a distance. But they rescue the princess. They both get kissed, and Luigi goes, "Holy ravioli, Mario! You didn't say anything about getting kissed." And I'm like, he's like, "That's all part of being a hero, Luigi." And I'm thinking, my dude, you're complaining about getting a kiss?
Yeah, I didn't understand the humor of that either. Like, what the? How dare?
It was very weird. The whole thing was just super strange.
That was their attempt at ending on a joke, I guess.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry, just a yawn. I guess so, man. It was just a really weird choice for sure. But that's the end of the animated segment, y'all. Like, there's nothing else in this animated segment for here. Dex, we'll give our final thoughts on both of this in just a moment, but let's wrap up the live action segment as well. Let's see what happens with Poochie. Does Mario and the dog get their bodies reversed? Switched back? We'll have to find out. So the first thing I notice is that they have. I shouldn't like this, but I really like it. The second live action segment begins with a silhouette of Mario, like clearly like a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, I love that. I made note of that too. The little paper shadow puppet.
Yes, it's really fucking charming, and it's like I'm looking at it, and like they did a pretty good job on Mario. Like it's clearly like a very stylized version of it, but he's got an M on his hat. They still cut out the M on his hat, so you know it's Mario. And it's really, like, I actually was really pleasantly surprised by that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was well played. I enjoyed that a lot too. He's chasing a cat.
He is chasing the cat, and he's talking to the dog Mario. It says like, yeah, "I'm hungry," and he's like, "You're gonna need a flea bath soon." And then it pans over, even though we just saw a silhouette, Mario pretending to be a dog outside. You don't hear the door open, but Mario, for some reason, the dog, Mario pretending, oh my gosh, the human dog in Mario body, whatever the fuck, is lying on his, Lou Albano is lying on his back pretending to be a dog, but you don't hear him come in the room. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time describing this.
It is pretty absurd.
Yeah. Then Cher shows up once again. No one walks in. You just hear, like, she just suddenly appears. Mario as the dog, as Lou Albano as the dog, is like, it's very uncomfortable to watch. He's like he's not humping her. I don't mean it like that, but he's like rubbing her stomach, and his hands get a little too high for my comfort. I'm just gonna say it. Like and he stops. Like he starts like just kind of holding her hips, and then he lets go shortly after that. But I was still very uncomfortable by the entire scene.
Yeah. Definitely awkward. And I don't know, like even if the intent was all innocent there, it still feels weird.
Yeah. And it was it just very uncomfortable. And she walks over to the dog. Mario's voice comes out of it. It's one of my favorite reactions. She screams and then just falls over.
Yeah, that I'm wondering if there was supposed to be a gag there too. It didn't really make sense. How she's just like, ah! Like all of a sudden, it felt kind of out of nowhere.
Super strange. And then it cuts to the next, clips of the next episode of Legend of Zelda. After that, it comes back. She's still knocked out. Mario and the dog are there. Luigi flips the switch, and they think it fixes everybody. Mario goes back to his body, but now Cher and the dog are clearly mixed up.
Bwah, bwah.
Even though, once again, no one is hooked up to anything. No one's touching each other. Luigi is fine in all of this. He doesn't get swapped at all.
Nope.
He experiences no issues whatsoever. It's just the whole thing. And then it just ends with Pam Madison as Cher pretending to be a dog. And that's when they say it's time to do the Mario, and they send you off into your evening or morning, whatever time of day this aired.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So she, ostensibly she's fine because she was fine enough to say do the Mario, unless the dog learned to talk.
Who would have guessed? So that's the episode on this one, y'all. That is this episode of the Mario Super Show. Before I give any thoughts, I will say, like, I'll throw it over to you, Dex, and I still give some thoughts anyway. I don't want to take any of your thunder, or I don't want to take any of your points. So what are your thoughts on this episode overall?
The live action stuff was one of the weaker segments that we've seen. Usually the live action stuff carries a lot of it for me, surprisingly. I think the animation carried the live action this time. But that being said, the live action, like I said, it got pretty heavy with like, are we leaving the Mushroom Kingdom forever now? Princess Toadstool sheds a tear. Toad doesn't admit it, but he sheds a tear. I'm like, oh my gosh, this got serious. But all silly, good fun. I would say overall, a pretty average episode for the animation. I wouldn't say it was bad or good. And the live action, very weird. Very weird. Other than that awesome paper, shadow puppet of Mario running as a dog.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. The live action segment was weaker than others. I still enjoyed it quite a bit. You're right. The animation segment definitely was more engaging overall. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like I enjoyed this episode actually a decent amount. I think mainly just because of the ridiculousness of Koopa's insults. Like the toast segment was just one of the funniest things to me. Like just I'm giving myself this medal. If I didn't deserve it, I wouldn't get it type of thing. Like it's just that whole bit was just really funny to me. It actually reminds me, I've been watching Scrubs recently because, the new series is out right now.
Oh, that's right.
And there's an old gag from one of the early, from the first run of it that was really funny where it was like, what is it? JD has like a human bunny costume or something like that. I forget. Or maybe he has like a costume from the Wiggles. I forget exactly why. There's a whole reason behind it, but they're like, he was invited to a kid's birthday party, and the mom's like, "Shut up, nerd! The only reason you're invited is because for some reason you have like a human, like an adult size, like whatever costume." And he goes, "It was a gift, okay?" And then it cuts to him. He goes, "From me to me." Like in his head, he goes, "From me to me," and that's just what I picture Koopa. Like I deserve this gift from me to me.
From me to me, yeah, classic.
So, yeah, this one's a great one though, y'all. Like I shouldn't say a great one. I like this more than Dex. I think I enjoyed it quite a bit. Just mainly Salvador Drenado, Plumber's Plumber, Duke of Drainage, Prince of Pipes. Like there's just so much goofy stuff in this. The live action is definitely the low point. Absolutely, I'm with you on that. So yeah, that should do it though for this one, y'all. I'm very excited for our next Mario episode though, Dex. The live action segment is called EC the Extra Creepy, and the animated segment is called Toad Warriors.
Yes.
So
Mad
I'm
Max,
really
baby.
excited to see some Mario Mad Max action going on.
That sounds amazing.
Right? I'm genuinely a little excited for this. So yeah, that will do it, y'all. That'll do it for this episode. Thanks once again for listening. Dexter, thank you once again, my friend, for joining me. Where can the good people find you online, and what would you like to promote?
Oh man, you guys can find me on the interwebs, any of them social medias. Just search my name, DexterMorrill. I'm usually there sharing artwork or video game history stuff or all kinds of fun little things like that. But yeah, you can find me on there. But other than that, I'm going to promote our boy Josh and his Patreon podcast on Muppets. Go check that out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been. I'm actually going to be recording one this weekend on the Muppet Babies.
Nice.
I think that episode will already be out by the time this one comes out. We're recording this one pretty early on. So yeah, well, thank you, Dex. Well, for myself, you can follow me on Blue Sky at stillloadingpodcast.com, on Instagram at stillloadingpod, on Twitch at stillloadingpod, where I stream whenever the hell I'm able to. The time we're recording this, I've been streaming a shitload of Horizon Forbidden West, and have been I think it's been 6 days in a row I've been streaming. It'll be if I stream tonight, the night we're recording, it'll be a full week in a row of this. So yeah, it's been crazy. So yeah, that's over on Twitch at Still Loading Pod over there. If you like the show and you want to support it and you want to help more people find it, please consider giving it a 5-star rating or review on whichever podcasting app you use. It helps more people find the show and it pleases the algorithm gods or something along those lines. You can also support the show over on Patreon. There is a Patreon, as Dexter alluded to, patreon.com/stillloadingpod. For $1 a month, you get all the episodes a little bit earlier with better audio quality, as well as access to patron voting rights, which help guide the direction of the show. The most recent poll that ended was on Trace Memory for the Nintendo DS. So my patrons voted for me to play that. So if you want to also help guide the direction of the show, you can do so for only $1 a month, while also getting all the episodes a little bit earlier. For $3 a month, you get everything I mentioned prior, plus patron shoutouts, which you heard at the beginning of this episode. For $4 a month, you get all the previous stuff, plus 2 mini bonus episodes every month, which there are over 100 of now. And for $5 a month, you get everything. You get all the previous tiers, all the stuff, plus access to my monthly movie podcast, which right now, as Dexter already mentioned, it's called Still Muppeting. It's the only Muppet movie podcast where me and Doug from the Nostalgia Marcana podcast play the music, light the lights, and we talk about the Muppets on Still Muppeting tonight. And that's what we got going on over there at patreon.com/stillloadingpod. But that's it. That is all the time I have for you on this episode of Still Loading. Thank you all so much for listening. Dexter, thank you once again for joining me.
Oh, a blast as always.
And with all that said, listeners, do the Mario.